I'm sure most of you are aware of the existence of forklifts and of what functions they perform. They're an essential cog in the global commerce machine. What you may not have considered is what it takes to keep these things up and running daily. In this video, I'm going to show you some of the responsibilities of a field service technician, which is a technician that travels to where the equipment is broke down. What might surprise you is we do not only work on forklifts, we work on multiple different pieces of equipment.
Zombie apocalypse.
If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're alerted whenever new content is uploaded. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Like I stated earlier in this video, this is all about being a field service technician in the material handling industry. As always, you gotta remember, safety first. I do believe a popular misconception is that a forklift mechanic only works on forklifts. Though that is true, we work on many different forklifts, from electric to propane to gasoline and diesel, also natural gas as well. But we work on other pieces of equipment as well. Long gone are the days of simplicity when your local shade tree mechanic could work on your stuff. Yes, we work on these terminal tractors, also known as yard dogs, and boom lifts, and a wide assortment of vehicles. We've been known to work on police vehicles, ambulances, and as you can see here, fire trucks. We also work on these piggyback lifts that you see hanging off the back of some trucks going down the highway. On top of the lifts themselves, we also work on the attachments they put on the end of them. Here, me and a fellow technician are changing the clamp arm and cylinders on a paper roll clamp. This particular attachment is a rotating fork positioner. It got sent for a smaller truck and I had to modify it to this to be able to fit on the larger size truck. And now here's me testing it for the first time after mounting it and plumbing it to the truck. This is at the customer's location. Though I don't test the function in this video, those forks do spread out and outward and inward independently. We also install other electrical accessories as well, such as cameras, camera monitors, and computer monitors. The reason for this camera and monitor system is so that when they raise the carriage up to their top racking, they can be able to get a bird's eye view of their forks and be able to scoop up the pallet with better precision. With constant innovation and releasing of new products, we are always in training to make sure that we are on top of our game. Here I'm in a dry dock at a local shipyard. The reason for this section of video is to give you an idea that we are not always able to be right next to our vans where our tools are. And sometimes it gets pretty grueling with how far you got to go to get your tools. So when you go to look at a truck, you might want to have a good idea of what tools you need so you don't have to keep going back and forth. I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting winded just watching this video, and I took the video. of the greatest advantages to being a field service tech is getting to travel just about anywhere. You get to see really cool things and get to go to places that you wouldn't normally be able to go to. I mean, this really beats an office job any day of the week. Another duty of being a field service tech is accident investigation. As you can see, this truck caught on fire. That is the LP tank after it exploded. And that is the top of the LP tank that was found about 50 feet away. This unit was halfway in the back of a trailer before the truck driver decided to go ahead and pull out. And if you ever wondered how we get them out of those kind of situations, here's the answer to your question. This truck was carrying a loaded 40-foot container. He was traveling too high and had it too far extended, and when he hit the brakes, forward it went, damaging the container and collapsing all the pallets of the that the product was on. They had to totally redo everything. The majority of your smaller forklifts come in already assembled, but the bigger trucks like these, you have to assemble them. These are new reach stackers that our company just came out with, and these were the first two to be delivered in North America, and our crew put them together. As you may imagine, these being the first two of its kind delivered in North America, it created a lot of interest. So a lot of representatives from the customer, a lot of the representatives from the manufacturer, and a lot of representatives from our dealer were present during this assembly. These trucks are designed to stack a loaded 40-foot or 20-foot container, 5 containers high and 3 containers deep. Our company also sells used equipment too, and sometimes we got to travel to different states and stay a few days to assemble them as well. On this particular trip, me and another technician traveled to Pooler, Georgia to assemble this container handler. It is a Caterpillar V900. After 2 days, it is totally put together, and the other technician is over there instructing the operator on all the functions of this piece of equipment. Another plus and negative about being a field service tech is when you're working outside on a day like this, it's amazing, but they're not always days like this. Sometimes they're drizzly like this, or as you'll see in the next clip, it's outright just pouring. Living in the South, it can get very hot in the summers, but kind of get used to it. But the winters aren't as harsh as they are in some other places of the country, but we're really not that used to it. Right here, I took this thing up on the coldest day of the year that year, and I was really regretting going up there without having my gloves on. A couple of my other duties as a field service technician is I am a mentor. Every new hire that comes into our company has to ride with a safety mentor for 4 weeks, regardless of their experience. I am also an apprentice mentor, which means I take new people that are new to the business and they ride with me for about 6 months, and I teach them how to work on forklifts and how to do it safely. Here's some pictures of just a couple of the people that rode with me over the last couple of years. Working for a top forklift dealer, you might think you're always working on nice, new, pristine equipment, but that is quite contrary. A lot of the times you're working on things like this. This truck right here is roughly 20 to 25 years old. It's been worked on by countless amount of people over years, and yeah, it's really not one of the most enjoyable things to do, but you take the good with the bad.
Top, more juice, and then I pull the acid out just a little bit. When I do that, it pops the top out.
Seeing as these are brand new pieces of equipment that just came out on the market, and like I said, they're the first two that were delivered in North America, I figured I would get on it and operate it so I could familiarize myself with it. A good rule of thumb is if you're going to work on something, you might want to know how to operate it as well. Well, that was just a little taste of what it's like to be a field service technician in the forklift industry. It's not everything that we do, because if I would put all that in there, this would be way too long a video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. It really helps out the channel.